we can start. All right, good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming. I call this meeting of Hamtramck City Council to order. Today is April 22nd, 2025, and it's 7:07 p.m. Would the clerk call the rolls, please?
Councilman Rafai?
Present.
Councilman Musa?
Present.
Councilman Sidman?
Present.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samir?
Yes, present.
Councilman Hassan?
Present.
Mr. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Right. Do we have any community announcements today?
We do, Mayor, we have several listed here. First up, we have the Hamtramck firefighters are hosting their annual firefighter march in Mass on Sunday, May 3rd. Participants from all over Michigan and Ontario, Canada, take part in the event. This year, the procession starts at the Hamtramck Fire Department at 3 p.m. and will travel down Kniff to Joseph Campo, then proceed south down Joseph Campo to Florian Street, where the firefighters will participate in the Mass to honor the firefighters at St. Florian Church. They invite everybody in the public to come out and support the firefighters along with the procession route to show their support. Also, as part of the ongoing education with the NEZ, our CED department and director will be hosting coffee and tea and NEZ sessions. There's going to be two. The first is April 30th at noon, and the second will be May 8th at 5 p.m., and that'll be hosted at Cafe 1923 on Holbrook. All this stuff is posted online as well.
Can I add something as well? It did come in as a public comment, but I think it's more fitting for an announcement or a community announcement. On behalf of the Hamtramck Beautification Commission, we are pleased to announce that this year's annual cleanup will be May 10th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We will meet in front of City Hall, supplies are provided, and there will be some rewards for volunteers. That's May 10th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And he wrote, I'll pause for a few minutes to allow you to add May 10th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on your calendars. Let's work together to make Hamtramck a more beautiful and litter-free city. We hope to see you on May 10th. Thank you, Daniel Berkeley.
Thank you. Any more announcements?
That's
All right, we move to proclamations, recognitions, and presentations, and we have the first one, 2025 proclamation in honor of His Holiness Pope Francis. No need to read that, but the next one is proclamation designating May 4th, 2025 as International Firefighters Day. And the last one is discussion on request of Bosnian ballots.
Mr. Mayor, we have the clerk has prepared some facts on the topic to present to council.
okay. So let me just start by saying that we're required by the Michigan Voting Rights Act to do Bosnian. To do Bangla. And the reason we do Bangla is based on our census numbers. So in order to have an additional ballot covered by the state, we have to have 5% of limited proficiency per large amount of minorities. So with Hamtramck, our population is 27,000. That's not registered voters, that's just our population. Bangla is 26% of that. So we understand why we have to do the ballots for Bangla, because the 26% in the English proficiency was limited. So Arabic, unfortunately, is not listed in our census. So there is no box to mark that you're Arab. So Arabs miss out on all the benefits that anybody else gets because we're not considered Arab in the census. Which in reality, Arabs are 25% of the city as well. So if we were on the census, we would be considered covered under the Michigan Voter Rights Act. So we're not, so that's why we approved it, because of the large percentage in our city. Now with Bosnian, it's only 7% of the city. So that's not registered voters, that's just as a whole.
Population.
As a whole, there's about 1,800 Bosnians. Not registered voters, just as a whole population, and it's not limited English proficiency. So, those numbers alone speak much, okay? So with expense, there's more to a there's more than a ballot just to an election. Everything gets translated. You know, when we did Arabic, I had to translate the computer systems. I had to translate the ADA machines. We had to translate all the posters, all the forms, all the applications. Anything that goes out to residents is in multiple languages. I have expenses, what it costs. Just to have an additional ballot tested on our machines before the election, we spend a total of $25,000 on it each election, just to test our ballots. So that's 3 languages, so that's about $7,000 per ballot style. So we have English style, Arabic style, Bangla style, which costs $25,000 just to do the accuracy testing, okay? So that's gonna be an additional $7,000 just for the testing of the ballots per election. Let's see what else. I think it's easier if you have any questions, maybe. I can answer any questions if you have any questions, like throughout my, do you have any particular questions? Okay.
Yeah, so I understand it's a lot of work on you, but if it's about the cost, is there like a way to apply for grants for such thing? Would they accept?
It's
to
not
cover?
a grant, no, it's good, because we're covered Bangla. Bangla's already paid for. That, the only way it's paid for is if the government thinks it's a necessity. Arabic isn't even covered for.
Yes.
We could have gotten a grant for Arabic, and it's completely needed. It's necessary, you know, it's needed for the community. We couldn't even find grants for Arabic. It doesn't exist because it's not necessary. And it's not just cost. It's a lot of extra work, just in general. Maybe, okay, so if Wayne County constantly is waiting on our city to finish proofs of our ballots because we have so many proofs. Every other clerk in the city gets an English ballot from the, let's say Wayne County, okay? Wayne County sends me my English ballot, says, does it look right? I read it, looks good, and I send it. This is what every clerk in Wayne County does. Now Wayne County waits for me. Rana, is the English one good? Yeah, that looks good. Arabic, I have to send it for translation. I have to send it for proof. If something's wrong on it and they send me the ballot, I gotta still send it back for translations again. I have to send it for proof, send it back. And then if they have another error on it, so it's a constant back and forth, and they're constantly waiting for corrections for them to go live. So the entire county waits on our city because we have so many more steps to pass these ballots. So, and like I told you before, we're the only city, and I think the entire country, that does full 3 languages. Other than Michigan locally, other than Dearborn locally in Michigan that does 2 languages, we're the only one who does 3. And if you ask the state, even 3 is beyond what they even expect of a clerk to do. So it is a lot of additional work internally.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
So clerk is right. Bangla ballot, we've been trying to bring in the ballot like 20 years ago. So we missed first census and last census from the BAPEC. We expend a lot of time, lot of volunteer, go talk to the people how to improve the census and specifically write others Bangla. And we did educate to the Arabic area also. Please put your identity as a Arabic or Yemeni. So after census report, I believe 30 to 35% only the Arabic area attained the census recorded. Bengali area, I monitor that one, 70 to 75%. And not only that, to get the free money to do the clerk all those costs, you have to do that one and next census too. Now Arabic is we are paying. Second, also Hamtramck City losing, Michigan losing a lot of money because census we not recording number correctly. So that's also, we did educate that time, we have to say. The ballot verification, before this clerk, previous clerk made a mistake, sample ballot, I caught it. And we only had 3 days that day. And Wayne County took all the ballots and bring it expedite with the extra hour cost because we did not caught the mistake. So she is right, she has to go through like a lot of time, and if there's anything mistake, it come to her. It's not Wayne County, I send it to you, you prove it, and something. So just want to let you know. The cost not gonna come from the grant or state or federal if you don't have enough percentage of the residents, not the border, from the census report. Thank you.
Thank you. And she always sent the Arabic version to me to edit it and to prove it. So
And
that's
you know
it.
how many times I'm like, I need this right now, they're waiting
Yeah.
for me.
So, any other suggestions or questions?
So you say 1800, sorry,
She says there's 1,800 Bosnian.
1800 residents, City of Hamtramck,
Approximately.
approximately. Do you have any idea how many voters there?
It's almost impossible to find that out.
Ms. Clerk, may I?
Yes.
Yes, around 400. They've been raising 350 to the 450 last 10 years.
Yeah, approximately how much the cost there?
Cost, just to start it up easily, first year, maybe $100,000. Maybe it might be less after because all of the initial work was done, like the translations of all the computer systems. But those computer systems are constantly changing and upgrading, and we have to update all of our translations. And it's not just written translations. We have to record audio translations for all the ADA compliance. So it doesn't just stop with written. And then also with the ballots, names aren't translated. They're all in English anyway. You can't translate names. The title has to be English as well. So pretty much the only thing that really gets translated on a ballot is the office that you're voting for, and if you have a proposal on the agenda, on the ballot.
Yeah, I don't think it's about the, the difficulty reading or translating. It's a symbolic thing to represent the community.
Heritage.
I know that many Yemenis they never ask for the Arabic version. They always use. How many people ask for the Arabic version when they come to you?
We push it on people just to use it, especially if they're coming in with somebody to translate for them. And to be honest with you, even the Arabic, they'll come in with somebody to translate for them, and they'll still insist on taking the English ballot. So.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying it's just a symbolic thing to recognize the community. It's not about not being able to read or recognize the candidates. So at this point, I would recommend doing further research and looking for ways or revenue resources that we can cover this if possible, because we want to appreciate and recognize the Bosnian community just like any other community. I mean, I was surprised they are 7%. I thought they would be less. So that's a lot of people, 7%. So we can't take decision now, but I would recommend that we do further research and hear from the community. Maybe they have something to say in the public comment and
I
continue.
did also ask, I did mention this as well, I have Bosnian employees who work the election as well. I have multiple, I try to get a little bit from everybody, just in case they're needed, So obviously I'm required to have Arabic and Bangla speakers at each precinct. I do have Bosnians who work, and I've reached out to them, and I've asked them, the past 4 years you've worked the elections, that we have 3 precincts, and I have supervisors there. And I've asked them, I reached out to them, because I don't work the election at the precinct. I said, is there a need for it? Do you help Bosnians during the election? And one of my main supervisors there, the one Bosnian, he's like, in the 4 years I've worked for you, I think I've helped 1 Bosnian. And I'm not saying it's not neat. I know to help one person it's helpful. To help one person makes a difference. But you also have to take a step back and look at the full picture and see if it's necessary.
Rana,
Yes.
is there a way to just do sample ballots or something less than the whole thing?
There's always option to do something. It's not going to be official. We could always do something, but like I said, we're gonna have to get those printed through the same place who prints our ballots for us. I'll look into options, but like I said, like this ballot now, it's gonna have names on it. There's nothing that gets translated on the ballot. And even when I did speak to Wayne County, they said, no way could we ever even pass it for this election because it's too tight for the election for us to even use them.
We definitely have time. It wouldn't be for this election anyway.
Well, let's just continue doing some research and continue to look for options, and I would like to hear from the Bosnian community here, what do they think about what they heard now, and go from there. So any other questions? All right. So with that, we move to additions and deletions. Do we have any for this agenda?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman Rafai.
I'd like to add a closed session to discuss personal issue.
Do we have to say what issues we have to discuss? So, do we,
Has to be, so it has to be a motion and a second.
I'll second.
so we vote on that?
Yeah.
Can
Mr.
we,
Mayor, can I, I'll need to all the.
And then to vote it first.
Vote?
yeah, before the vote, it's brought to our attention that whenever we do a session, a closed session, the parties that are part of this closed session has to be out of the session, right? Is that the case?
Yeah. Well, it depends
For
on.
depends on further discussion.
We can just start the closed session and figure that out, and then.
Okay. All right, so we can go ahead and vote.
Okay, Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Musa. Are you, Councilman Musa?
Can I stay? Yes or no?
You don't wanna answer?
I don't want to
No
answer.
problem. Councilman Rafai?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, we added closed session to the agenda.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask council to remove resolution B? We've run into a technical difficulty with the SHPO on this, and we need to postpone it to the next agenda.
I'd like to make a motion.
Second?
All in favor of that?
Aye.
No objections?
I'm sorry, who seconded?
Khalil seconded. Councilman Hassan as well.
Thank you.
One moment, we still gotta vote for final.
Okay.
Vote on the agenda.
As amended.
Yeah. Agenda approved as amended.
Do we need a motion to approve the
Yeah, I'd like to make
agenda?
the motion.
I'll second.
And then you can,
All in favor?
Aye.
all right? Okay, so with that, we have the amended agenda now approved, and we move to the public comments now.
Abraham Al-Jahim, 3 minutes.
Assalamu alaikum, good evening. My condolences to the Catholic community on the passing of Pope Francis, and council, mayor, city manager, city attorney, chief, and clerk. There was an article in the review, I don't know if you guys seen it or not, regarding the election and the residency and everything else. So I think there's more investigations coming. Good luck with that. As you guys, last week, there was a fake Facebook account by the name of Muhammad Ahmed. So my question is, who is Muhammad Ahmed, fake name on Facebook, attacking Mayor Gallup, Chief al-Tahiri, Adam al-Harbi, the candidate for mayor, community members, and political activists? And the second thing I would love to talk about is Chief Tahiri was known for his support of his neighbors. He fixed his roof and everyone in need. How dare open your mouth about Chief Tahiri? He's a resident, and does the council support freedom of speech? Do you have the right to bash the Chief Tahiri, and does the Chief Tahiri have the right to defend himself and his city? And does the city council support freedom of speech? As residents of Hamtramck, do we have freedom of speech? City Attorney Manager?
You can't expect answers, it's your public comment.
Just a public
They don't have
comment.
to respond to you.
Okay, so I think freedom of speech is very important. And if you live in a city and you pay your taxes, and I believe Chief Tahiri, do you pay taxes in the city? I'm sure you do, you live in a city. How many Hamtramck police officers live in the city? I would like to see that, Max. And I believe I've been in Hamtramck for almost 36 years. Mark, the old chief, back in the 90s, used to live in Hamtramck, and now Chief Tahiri lives in Hamtramck. Isa Shaheen of Dearborn does not live in Dearborn. Haider does not live in Dearborn Heights, the chief of Dearborn Heights. It's hard to find a city where there's a chief that lives within the city. Thank you.
Thank you. Ahmed Sharaf? You want me to take pictures of you?
Would you please? Nobody did it
No,
before.
I'm not gonna take pictures of you.
That's it. Assalamu alaikum. And once again, who's not replying to Saddam, I'm gonna stick with Shalom. Thank you very much. And by the way, and I know, Mr. Mir Ghalib, for the past 2.5 years, we have a lot of disagreement about the city itself. It's not about Mr. Ghalib. I don't know what's going on with me today. Just tired. I'm gonna use my 3 minutes to send this message to Mr. Donald Trump, thanking him for having you twice. First, in America. Second, to be our leader twice. Sir, you move Hamtramck from 0 to 1 billion. I'm a writer. I'm allowed to say what I think it is. And I hope this message will be delivered to the whole world that you did well. Nobody helped you. You help us. Me disagreeing with you, never been personal. I'm defending your rights. Whatever you've done in the past, it was my opinion. Without reading it, without looking at it, you are the leader. You deal with me personal as a journalist, so diplomatic. You deal with all the hates in Facebook, social media, and everybody else as so diplomatic. For you defending our right, our religion, our freedom, I'm with you. Mr. Donald Trump, whoever hate action from us, Mr. Ghalib, speaking for billion of people. He was here in Hamtramck, speaking for Portuguese, for Bengali, for who else here? I was here actually live in the city. Arabic, African American. So this is the moment for me to support you. Stand by this, by my word. I am here to say I'm sorry. أنا أعتذر بلغة العربية الفصحى if there is misunderstanding. وإن استطعت أن أقبل رأسك يا سيدي فوالدي علمني ولغتي وديني أن نقبل رؤوس العظماء. دخلت التاريخ in Arabic. دخلت التاريخ من أوسع أبوابه. الذي يستطيع أن ينكر هذا الفضل فلا فضل له. أشكرك مرة ثانية. Thank you very much. I'm a full support from the moment. An apology if there is any misunderstanding for the community and Mr. Dr. Amir Ghalib. Let me shake your hand, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador. I'm not expecting nothing from you now because you're going to be overseas. So no benefit. Thank you.
Thank you. Is it, I believe it says Paul, and it looks like the last name is a ski. Paul? Come on up. Did you want to speak?
council, police chief, everybody else. My name is Paul Kuczynski. I live at 3471 Eveline, it's right down the street here. And I lived in Hamtramck for over 70 years, so I'm well acquainted with what goes on in the city most of the time. I've been having a lot of trouble in the past. I mean, like I said, it's been at least 30 years, but White Star Bar has been a real thorn. I mean, it's, you know, they got shootings there, people get beat up, there's commotion outside all the time. I mean, it's on, you know, mostly on the weekends, but they're out of control. I mean, they're like, I've been at the administration here before, but they didn't do anything. And now we've got a new administration, a new police chief, and I'm pleased looking for some help. I mean, I could get the coalition from the other neighbors, and I've already talked to them, and they feel the same way as I do, and they asked me to come up here and talk to you, and hopefully we can get to a resolution. I mean, it's only gonna get worse. I mean, there's shootings there, and people are getting really ornery and getting beat up and everything else, so anything that we can do to help out would be gratefully appreciated. So that's basically what I got to say. But I thank you for your time, and police chief and ma'am, thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you. I would ask the city manager to communicate with you and see what the issue and work to
Okay.
resolve.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Laura?
Thanks. Yeah, that place is a horror show.
Yes, it is.
Hi, just looking around, I can tell, probably only he has served in any American war for this country. My father lied about his age to get into World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. My father died at the age of 43 because of Vietnam, after serving in World War II and Korea. Why did he fight? Many reasons. One of them, not freedom of religion, freedom from religion. I love my Muslim neighbors. I would lay down my life for them. They would lay down their lives for me, my next door neighbors. But I am sick. And now that I can start opening up my windows, it's gonna get worse. The howling of the call to prayer. I'm an atheist. I don't care if you worship Jesus, Muhammad, dog poop. I don't care. I don't wanna hear the loud. Can you turn it down? My mom had an expression, turn it down or turn it off. And you can argue about the church bells all you want to, but at least they shut up after a while, and they're not saying the rosary, and they're not praying in a foreign language, and if it were up to me, shut them all off. I want to sit in my house with my windows closed or open, able to read a book, to rock a baby, without having to hear, and when one starts, the other starts, and it's louder and louder. All day long. Please, for my sanity, for my neighbor's sanity, turn it down. It's the 21st century. Do you all have cell phones? Can you put an app on your phone that reminds you when it's time to pray? All right? That's what I would like to know. Why can't you do that? Why do I have to be disturbed? And I'll tell you another thing about your friend Donald Trump. You think he's going to protect you? He will throw you under the bus faster than he can get into the panties of a hooker.
Say less.
Well, I can see so much hate, on your face when you speak, and that's not acceptable here. If you don't like what you hear, a lot of people, this is what democracy is all about. Thousands of people here want to hear that call to prayer. So it's all about democracy. So, and don't worry about me from Donald Trump. I can protect myself. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Imam
Next.
Arif?
Yes. Good evening, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Honorable Mayor, council members. Honorable Mayor, council members, Manager, Max, Police Chief, Brana. I thank you for accepting a request for adding Bosnian language to the ballot. unfortunate that I heard the information from Rana. We didn't know the process, and we still don't know the process, but thank you, Mayor, and thank every one of you for support this. And I ask you, Sister Rana, to do on it whatever it takes you to do, and every one of you to make it happen, because there is not many Bosnian people who speak English. Even you said that some people used to work for you, they are 20 or 30 years of age or younger, they attend here school, but what about those people here in the last row and their age people, how many we have here? We came from country that generation of my father and my generation, all the way from generation of my father, and now time people grew up under communist system, under oppression of police, of everything, and people are still having that in their mind. Even though we went through the war and genocide, we are survivors of all of those things, and we feel humiliated on this, not to accept clearly that I understand there is cost, but we feel humiliated because of all of this, that we're building this community in the city of Hamtramck along with all other nationalities here, and people in Hamtramck did not know about diversity in city until Bosnian people came. That was new word diversity came here, because that was different word Ben talks, only black and white. Even Muslims didn't have a right to vote at that time when we came. Dr. Ghazali can witness that. May God bless him, bless his soul, and all of those people, they can witness that Muslim people didn't vote in this city for a long time, didn't explain to them rights of vote. That's why we asked to add Bosnian language in the ballot, that Bosnian people can see clearly what they're voting for and who they are here. We are proud Hamtramckans, proud Americans. We are also proud Bosnians, even though we survived the war and genocide, but we are proud to be Bosnian Muslims here in this beautiful community. And we are part of making this community beautiful as everyone other nationalities. So I'm here to, I should probably ask for extension, because I have a letter to present to the police chief. If you give me an extension, please.
You can get 1 minute.
Okay, thank you. April 17, 2025. Dear Police Chief Jamil Tahri, on behalf of both governing teams and members at large at Commonwealth Alliance and Ministry of Spirituality, Self and Humanity, I would like to extend our sincere thanks and appreciation for today's visit to our corporate office for joining us at the 42nd International Interfaith Forum performed on Zoom and Facebook Live, where panelist speakers spoke on the importance of cross-cultural togetherness. Your participation and speaking as introduction to the world about our beautiful and safe city of Hamtramck and visiting our community garden is more than appreciated. Dear Police Chief Tahri, we are thankful to you and to the members of your force for making Hamtramck safe, and especially thank you for founding Hamtramck Police Youth and Citizens Academy. It was an honor to have you to share the mission and work of the Hamtramck Police Department with our non-profit international interfaith organizations. Your presence and commitment were deeply meaningful to our team. We value your commitment to community partnership and dialogue across faiths and cultures. Your support reinforces the importance of building bridges and fostering mutual understanding. We look forward to future opportunities for collaboration and continuing engagement. With gratitude and respect, your brother in faith, myself, Imam Arif Huskic, founder and president
Thank you,
of the
Imam.
organization.
Thank you.
Thank God.
Thank you.
Osman? Harry? I can't understand.
Come.
You might need a translator. That's fine.
predstavnička. Ja sam došao podržati jezik, lakše nam se snalazi. Pošto se familija raspa, odvaja, svak svojim životom ide. A mi starije osobe, ako ne na naš jezik, mi ne moramo se snalaziti na to. To je toliko od mene, poštujem sviju i pozdrav.
Hvala. Let me just translate.
Yes, please.
Mr. Osman is here to request to approval on Bosnian language to be added to the ballot, and he said the reason is of many of people moving out of Hremik, young people, and adults remaining here in Hremik, that they need more good understanding of what ballot is, and also that our heritage remains here in this city with the Bosnian language.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark, quiet.
Assalamu alaikum. Just want to hit some areas. There was an article in Economic Review that suggested, an editorial suggesting that certain councilmen and other people should be going to prison for alleged violations of election law. And I respond to that extensively. I indicated several things. I was involved in one of the investigations back in 2017, 2018. I told the members of the council in this very same room back then that you are all being watched. You're being watched by law enforcement. You're under surveillance. Your family's surveillance. And some people took it seriously, some didn't, but it kept on going. From everything I hear in my contacts with the AG's office, there are some people that just wanted to go after people at city council. They don't like these people for various political reasons, and they wanted to go after them. But several points I made in that article as a comment. I spoke to Richie Cunningham, who was back then, we served the same public body together, the state bar. He was head of the criminal division of the Attorney General's office. And what he indicated to me was that we don't release people's names unless we charge them. We don't cite investigative targets. In this particular matter, initially 3 people were named as targets, then 6 people were named. 1 was dropped, 4 more were added. And some of the people are added saying, why am I part of this? Okay, how come we have all this stuff here? There's a PAC committee which actually reassigns criminal cases. And as I want special prosecutor appointed, so the 6 persons named in the initial PAC, this current PAC request weren't named, 4 weren't named in the prior ones. It defies explanation why Nessel's office have our own investigators develop a case of election act violations for about a year, and then say, well, I can't do this because I'm prosecuting pro-Palestinian people in Arbor. Doesn't make any sense. You knew about it back then long before that, or this investigation supposedly ended in October of last year. Rana Faraj, public state investigator in charge of the criminal case, was taken off due to finding violations. How would she know that? It's just it's an internal personnel matter. Okay, why would she know about what happened inside the AG's? These are the AG's own personal investigators. How would she know about that? Has that ever been explained? Where is the source for that? We don't know. It would be interesting to see a FOIA request which would be answered that would indicate that what the internal communications were, the memos, the emails, at the higher levels of the Attorney General's office to why this case was actually turned over. Why was it not prosecuted? Why was it being held for months? Okay, and people have asked me. They says, why does Rana Faraj want to push the Attorney General charging? You know, and if is there something that she has? We don't know. But if we looked in there, I suspect it's because we have Democrats being targeted, and a Democrat, Dana Nessel, is sitting in. She may want to run for Supreme Court, for U.S. Senate, and this is going to damage her attempts at getting votes, as it damaged certain people running for office last time, like the presidential nominee. She lost it because it's only 3% of the population is Arabic. So this is what's happened, and so there's a lot of questions I have regarding this. And I think before anything happens, I think Nessel's office has got a lot to explain about how this whole thing was investigated and proceeded for. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Hassan
That's discrimination. the disrespect in here. I'm a Muslim, don't ever fucking disrespect us, you hear me? Atheist or no atheist, ain't nobody gonna come to this podium and speak shit over here.
Talking to me?
I don't give a fuck who I'm talking to. I'm talking to, what's it called, the mayor. You can talk to who you want to. This is,
To the mayor.
please. This is very disrespectful. And then, you guys wanna speak about the chief of police, this, that, the other. Let me explain something to everybody. This chief of police came over here to make a difference, and you guys wanna come here and talk about him? And then I get a lady over here talking about the Yemeni people, Bengali people, Lebanese people. You don't like it, you can leave. Very simple. This is America, the land of the free. Ain't nobody gonna come tell us otherwise. I'm sick and tired of people talking shit on Facebook. I'm right here, say something. Anybody got something to say? Say it. Because you guys are cowards. You guys want to talk that shit on Facebook. I'm right here. Which one of you gonna say something? Nobody's gonna say something to me. Because you know why? I'm not scared of getting arrested. It's a privilege to get arrested, especially when I hear people saying like her or anybody else speaking the shit over here. I'm sick and tired of it. I want an extra minute. These people come here on this podium. You don't like the prayer? Shut your windows. I don't like the prayer. Listen, I'm not religious. I drink sometimes. Does that make me a bad person? No. But I'm not going to come criticize people because they got this, or come criticize the Christians or the Jews and everybody. This is crazy what's happening. And I'm sick and tired of it. And on Facebook, let me say something to everybody. This gentleman's right here put his neck on the line because Dearborn told him not to talk to me. He doesn't talk to Dearborn. And he doesn't talk to Dearborn because of me. And you guys want to come here and disrespect these gentlemen? Or sit there on Facebook behind the, what's it called, fake account? You got balls, put your balls on the table. That's what you do. And I'm sick and tired of it. You guys want to come here and just nonsense. Come on, bro. Wake up. Smell the roses. And just to let you guys know, if the ambassador over here, you want to sit there and talk about Donald Trump and disrespect like that, you should be ashamed of yourself. You got something to say, you can say it to me. Don't say it to these gentlemen. These guys are way better than me. I'm just a nobody. I'm just a nobody. You want to disrespect somebody, you come disrespect me. Because you're sitting there quiet now, not saying a word. Sitting there disrespecting people. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, what? You can be whoever you want to be. You can be a he, she for all I care. Nobody's going to say nothing to you. Come here and tell them, turn down the volume. Do this, do it. Don't turn down the volume. Higher the volume. How's that?
Okay, then I'll.
Don't, whatever. You do what you have to do. Listen, you say something, you get arrested. I'm on the podium here. You're not allowed to speak. One word you say, you get arrested. Very simple. I'm on this podium. Keep talking. Keep talking. I'm going to sit right here. Until my time is done, you can't do nothing to me. Just to let everybody know, no disrespect to nobody. But I'm asking you guys not to disrespect this gentleman and not to disrespect this gentleman. And we got a lady come here disrespecting us. Like we're sitting like animals here. This is uncalled for. You don't like it? Take a hike. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Ali Alawiya? Alawi? Ali Alawiya? No? Naim Chowdhury?
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Dear Mayor Ghalib, Council, City Manager, City Attorney, Madam Clerk, and Chief, and everyone else. Today I'm here to talk about a few things. First, I'd like to address this issue that's going on for a long time, is the White Star Club. It's located 9819 Conan Street. I live right next door. That club has been making a mess and chaos. I have 4 kids underage. You know, I get a call while I'm working that someone shooting, someone running, cops are running, or you know, they're running through the backyard, and there's a lot of loud noise. I appreciate Mr. Paul came in here and spoke about it, because this is a neighborhood issue. So I hope the city officials and the administration manage this noise and chaos. This is going out of control. The second thing that I have a lot of respect for the chief of the Hari. He's a great man. He's running the city very smooth. I think we should not criticize him and make him look bad while he's trying to do serving the community for the betterment of the community for the city of Hamtramck. I appreciate it. Thank you. The other things, I do see that 7% of Bosnian is have right to have their language on the ballot if it's possible. They've been here a long time. So I'd like to request that acknowledge their presence, being here, they're taxpayer, even their margin is very small, but still they're part of the community. And I'd like to talk about the resolution 2025-48, approving acceptance of the income tax e-filing capabilities through Innovative Software Service, Inc. I think this is a great initiative because we are in a 21st century, in the modern days, we need to have electronically submit the things. So it will smooth our residents to pay the taxes timely fashion. And also it will not crowd the city hall, they can submit it through the e-file, through their tax preparer, or they're on their own. So this is a very great initiative. I appreciate that for having this on the resolution. And also, thank you so much. I think a lot of you guys are running again, and thank you. I congratulate you in advance for running for the mayor, city council. I think you have a great intention to run for the city. That's for a good cause and good reason. You want to serve the community, but I hope that you are running from your heart, from your bottom of your heart, that serving the community that will benefit the community, not for your own self. I appreciate everybody for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is it Ghali Ayash?
I'm here to speak on behalf of the chief. The chief has been here for less than a year, and he's done a lot for the community. We had never felt more connected to the police. We had never felt safer. He's done so much for us. He's been there looking for everybody, supporting everybody, bringing cops to check the businesses, check on businesses, and the community. So I stand with him with everything, and I appreciate everything he's doing for us, and we support you, and I support you. Thank you.
Thank you. Ayman Islam?
All right, assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ayman Islam. Someone who grew up in the city, saw the ups and downs, and today I'm here to say that Hamtramck can be so much better than what it currently is. Because let's be honest, over the last year, it's been absolutely embarrassing. I want to use my time today. I have about 2 minutes, 3 minutes? 3 minutes, okay.
2.5, so.
Oh, great, okay. So I want to use my time today for a message for the community and the people. As we all know, it's a city election year, so yes, please go out and vote. But please, 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 educate yourself on who you're voting for. It's time that Hamtramck deserves some competency. It deserves real leaders, leaders who don't care what political party you're part of, leaders who aren't in it for publicity. We need leaders who leave their personal agendas aside and want to actually make Hamtramck better and represent at a national level. We need people who can get along even with the disagreements. It's okay to have disagreements, but be mature about it. Like, come on, guys, let's grow up here. And I can say this, I speak for everybody. When I say I want to see people who can go out and lobby and be able to get people to invest in this great city. Because look, if you go down Joseph Campo, it's a ghost town. People are going out of business. You'll see so many places up for lease. But then again, if I'm an outside businessman and I see the leadership that we have currently, and they don't know how to work together, they're not qualified, I wouldn't want to invest in here either. Let's be honest. So again, we have so much time. We're at a time where we have so much attention to the city, and every week it's just another episode of political drama. If you have any producers here, it's a future idea for a TV show. Feel free to take my idea up. We have people attacking each other online over their own views. Like, is this really how we want to portray ourselves at a national level with so much diversity? I want to leave with this. Like I said at the start, let's be better, do better, and let's represent Hamtramck the way it should be represented, and elect competent and educated people. Because if not now, then when? Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice. Abdul Hussein?
alaikum. Congratulations, doctor, to a new position. And I have some kind of problem, which I have been having it so much in the last year. I have, I have tickets, I have letters, which is not include my business. They come to next door and they give me the ticket. And this time, it's cross the street and the ticket on my store. It's not happened one time, this is the fourth time. If you don't have people who are not qualified, I mean, this is cross street. My business on this side. They give me the ticket, which has been happening like more than 4 times. One time they said I'm renting upstairs in this store. And the second time they said 2 addresses. And we have the business is dead. Since the meter has been there, we lost more than 75%. And you guys need to do something. We didn't need this kind of meters. Businesses, they're gonna move. You can see right now how many businesses they moved. And we need some qualified people to work. We don't have something, training people. They cost us so much money. It's like, I feel like harassment on me. It's been going on. What's going on in the city? That's all we have to say, and we gotta thank Chief Police. Been doing a good job. We thank you for it. We're gonna miss you, Dr. Amir Ghali. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor.
Thank you so much.
So I did have a chance to speak to the gentleman and actually got a chance to look at what happened here. He is correct that there was some errors in the past, and I think what happened is when he came in to get those fixed, we thought there was just like, they just misissued, and what happened was the actual computer didn't get updated. Somehow the registered, not a registered agent, the responsible party for his business and the other business were commingled. His name is similar to one of his neighbors, that actually is deceased now, and I think that's what happened. So we're actually fixing that, so that will not happen again.
Yeah, I mean, we have complained a lot of time about this. This is an ongoing issue, and I keep hearing it from a lot of people. So, like he said, it wastes a lot of time of the people's time, and a lot of efforts, and it causes a lot of distress to the people. So we talked about it many times. If somebody is not, competent to do his job or not taking his job seriously, something needs to be done. This is, I keep hearing this about this issue, sending the ticket to the wrong address. It's repeatedly happening. So we cannot tolerate that anymore. It happened to me, to my address, and I told you. And since then we complained, and I keep hearing people, people I come across, they show me the picture, this is my neighbor, or this is, I don't know who this is, but the ticket came to me. So we need to do something about that. And like I said, some names are repeatedly mentioned in those violations. So you need to investigate that, please, and take care of it, because we cannot hold people accountable for everything but neglect what we do here in the city, and that's unacceptable. The other day, tickets were given at 5 a.m. in the morning for parking. They are that vigilant and that active to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to give tickets. That's unacceptable. So please, I told you about that, and it needs to be resolved.
If I may, Mr. Mayor, real quickly, we are fixing the information on this gentleman. Like I said, his name was similar to his neighbor's name, and I think it got crossed in the system. And when he came to us before, we thought literally there was just, they mixed up the addresses, so we just took care of it at the time. But we didn't realize that the registered agent, or not registered agent, the responsible party's information was wrong. We've identified that now, it's getting fixed. As
Okay.
far as the early tickets, Mr. Mayor, just so you're aware, on street cleaning days, our crew is out there at like 6 AM, literally waiting to go down the street. So when they post that, it literally means that it cannot be on the car, or any cars on the street from midnight basically on until after the signs are removed, because DPS is out there first thing in the morning. And the reason the police are out there ticketing them before is because they're trying to get them moved, so DPS. We keep running into problems of DPS getting stuck there basically for an hour, 2 hours, waiting for things to get cleared out because people haven't moved their cars. So that's why it's happening so early. They're not supposed to be there at all at that time.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, well, I think we spoke about that last time, and we said we will start cleaning the streets from 8 AM. Because that's, the city of Detroit does, and that's what other cities do. They don't do it early morning.
Or midnight.
Or midnight. So why not start at 8 o'clock? At least they will wake up, they will take their kids to school, and there's a sign posted there where it has timing on there instead of, and I think we discussed that back, I think last summer, where we had this issue.
I honestly don't recall the 8 AM. I'm not saying it didn't happen, I just don't recall that. But the reason they do that is because, like, as the day progresses, things stack up, and they're trying to knock that out of the way. And frankly, there's so much going on, especially in the springtime, that they're frankly overwhelmed. So that's why they're getting such an early start. They can, if they knock it out, then they can move on to the other tasks of the day. Plus, it takes quite some time. I mean, it's,
They're not gonna, but now we have issues of residents. Who's gonna wake up at 5 AM to move their vehicle?
they're not supposed to, Councilman, they're not supposed to
Where,
be there.
there's an issue with the parking lots, like, where would they park? That's the question. In the alley, you go to the alley and give tickets to, I mean, to people. So we gotta accommodate people's issues. We'll talk about that later, maybe. Next.
Dominic Gross.
Mayor, City Council, I live at 2231 Faber Street, right next to a local mosque. I personally love the sound of the call to prayer that comes in a few times a day. It's one of those things I really enjoy, and I say that as a queer resident of Hamtramck who is very disappointed by y'all's decision to ban the pride flag from city grounds. I love the melting pot that our city is. I love the ways in which we come together, and I am in distaste of the ways in which different communities are not welcome to that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is all for public comment, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we move to the consent agenda. This is approved in single motion with no discussion. We have item A, approval of minutes from the April 8, 2025 regular city council meeting. B, approval of invoice registered date ending April 22nd, 2025. C, approval of pre-approved expenditure date ending April 22nd, 2025. D, approval, resolution 2025-45, approving road closure for the St. Florian Parish Strawberry Festival. And E, resolution 2025-50, approving road closure for Auckland International Academy Field Day.
Motion.
Second.
Oh, we got double motions and double second.
I got Mahmoud and Musa.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
No objections?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, next we have a public hearing, and we have resolution 2025-46, establishing neighborhood enterprise zones, site 225.
Motion?
Second.
And now I need a motion to start.
I motion to start. It's 8:05.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I think if you wanna just get a quick description, and then she can go into the comments.
Okay.
I just want to run through a series of 5 points to bring everyone up to speed before we get into any comments at the public hearing. So your vote today is what will establish the remaining 4 of 5 neighborhood enterprise zones we've been working on over the past year. And second point, in 2 days, that would be when we would consider applications open for the city clerk and the Community and Economic Development Department to receive applications for anyone living in these NEZ zones, to receive approval from City Council to then send to the State Tax Commission for the tax abatement. Third point, you received in this council agenda the required true cash values of all of the properties that are included in these zones. That was prepared by our assessor. Just want to thank that department for their help. That essentially lists out the property values, the true cash values of the properties, and determines who's eligible for a tax abatement if they rehabilitate their home. Point number 4 is that now we will have an updated map posted on the city website. It's also included in this agenda item that shows all of our NEZ zones. We're sitting at about 11% of the total 15% max that you can have of parcels and acreage in the city in an NEZ. And then my last point is just to plug that coffee, tea, and NEZ series again that we mentioned, and Max, the city manager, mentioned during our community announcements. This is an info session essentially that I'm piloting just to welcome residents to come and talk with me to learn more about the program. I think there's a lot of complexity to this, and it's helpful if we can have one-on-one conversation about it. I've had a couple of those so far, and I hope that people show up and take advantage of it. Cafe 1923 is going to host in that large meeting room that they have, and I'll be there at noon on April 30th and at 5 p.m. on May 8th to take questions, and hopefully we'll see some applications come out of that. We could have more info sessions in the future, but it's just a pilot for now. We've talked about this a lot, so I don't think you have questions, but if you do, let me know.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right. Anyone wants to speak?
Anyone want to speak on this topic?
What's it regarding? I was outside.
No, nothing. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
You're denying my right to speak. Unbelievable.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I motion to close 8:08.
Thank you.
All right. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, let's vote on that, please.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sedman?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Rafai?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2025-46 approved.
Thank you. Now we move to the new businesses, and we have Resolution 2025-47 approving city income tax electronic filing capability through Innovative Software Services Incorporation for cities of Hamtramck and Highland Park.
Motion? Second?
Mr. Mayor, I have Amir here to briefly speak on this. It's pretty simplistic though. We don't do electronic filing, federal and state do. This makes it a heck of a lot easier for our residents to move forward with their filing. It actually should free up our lines and such.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking to Innovative for quite some time, several years, and they've been developing this capability, and they've now deployed that capability in a couple of cities, and they've tested the program and everything. So this will basically be for both the cities. This will be an option available on the city's website where, you know, the residents can go in and file their returns electronically. The annual cost for both of these, the one-time cost plus the annual renewal cost, all includes $25,000 something for city of Hamtramck and about $12,750 for city of Highland Park. We have a agreement with city of Highland Park where, based on which we have an intercity agreement, and we process all their income taxes as well, and we get paid for our costs.
Okay. And so they will pay for their part, right?
Yeah, we have to talk to them.
Okay.
Once we get the approval from the council, then we'll schedule a meeting with Highland Park and tell them about it.
I do believe this is one of the resolutions that Councilman Al-Samiri actually wanted us to do.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I get questions by the guy who filed my tax every time I go there. Why Hamtramck is still not doing e-filing? So this is a good step, and I hope it will get approved.
Mr. Mayor, my CPA, the person I do my tax return, he told me he can file the e-tax return for Hamtramck too.
Yeah.
So is there different ways people can do it?
This is
If we can educate people, that maybe save this
I
money.
guess so, but I think this is probably for the first time. What, did you file, did your CPA file it last year also,
Yes.
electronically?
This year he said he did it. When I asked him, do I need to take this to the Hamtramck City, he said, no, it's been done already.
There might have been some limited capabilities set up
Yeah.
already, but this is the rollout for everything.
So this
I've
is for
never
everyone.
had a CPA that was able to do it yet, so it might have been an innovative thing that they had.
Because, you know, all the residents can do it, all the businesses can do it, you know, once we deploy this.
People they don't wash in where they do the other city. My city is like 2 miles. Only 30 people, 30,000 population. Other city offer 200, 300. When we go the city clerk or the income tax, when we go the income tax, you can see 1% hang around in the window. 2 weeks ago, when we go the income tax, offer 20 people. Just waiting from in the morning till 4 o'clock. People, they don't follow in how to go fast.
That was the tax, you know, April 15th.
When we speak with him, they coming back.
Everybody comes in, you know, focused on.
Ending date.
Yeah, everyone's rushing in, Councilman, at that time to.
You have to follow in where they do the best way to following up.
Well, this will certainly help that.
Don't
100%.
just wait for the people to make confused.
This should help to alleviate that, Councilman, 100%. And, you know, hopefully a lot of people catch on and start doing it, and then they just will not need to come in. So, but also keep in mind that that was like tax time, so everyone was running in at the last minute trying to get it done, so.
It is a deadline, April 15th.
Yes,
So
that
we,
was the day.
we should prepare for this day also. As a city, we know this time a lot of people come in, a lot of people show up. Even I did the final last moment.
People they don't know.
So-
People they don't know. But if you put the sign, if the accounting, they told him, oh, only Hamtramck, they don't follow in the new system. Only Hamtramck.
We do have,
If you have a new system, you're gonna save a lot of headache. You're gonna save a lot of employees. If you hire 5, 6 employees, you're gonna say, yeah, we're gonna hire only 1%.
we have hired in that office, as you know, Councilman. I mean, we originally had 1 person in there, there's now 3 people in there right now, plus we're doing this, so we're trying.
3 people for 2 miles for 20 people, 20,000 people.
All
Somewhere
right,
200,000, only 1%.
all right.
Go
I-
Detroit, over 1 million people. Go the income tax, only 1%.
all right,
Everybody
I
they
don't-
play airline.
I don't think there's a disagreement here. I think everybody in support of this.
A new
so-
system.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and vote on that, please.
Are you gonna take questions?
Oh, no, not now. You can speak during the public comment.
I just wanna know how much it's gonna cost.
I just
He already
mentioned that.
spoke.
It's 25,000.
Out of which 7,500 is the one-time cost, and then the remaining is the annual cost.
All right. Any other questions?
Councilman Al-Samiri.
What are you gonna say? Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud.
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Councilman Sedman.
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2025-47 approved.
Thank you. Next one is Resolution 2025-48, approving acceptance of construction contract for Hamtramck. Oh, we removed this, sorry. Yeah, this was removed. So we got Resolution 2025-49, accepting the landscaping lawn service rate of way parks and lot cleanup and maintenance bid of Teddy's Lawn and Landscape.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, we went out to bid on this. Basically, the contract was expiring. We wanted a fresh set of contractors to see if we could maybe improve the services a little bit. And we put out an RFP. John reviewed all of them, and here's John to speak on it.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Yeah, out of all the ones I got back, only one of them actually filled it out correctly. Even if I did the math right on the other 2, there was still many things missing. So what I looked at on this is, out of the 7 that were there, one of them we let go. So I didn't want to go there again. One of them can't keep up, which is our current one. So I had a few left. So I took the liberty of calling from my private cell to speak to each one of them. One number was disconnected, one person had a full voicemail, one person didn't call me back, and the other one had a secretary and patched me through to the owner immediately. Upon looking at that review for Teddy's landscape, I look at their equipment list, and the reason why I do that is in case of a catastrophic event in the wintertime for the city, what is the capabilities of our landscape contractor that's, under contract? Because if we have dump trucks go down or trucks go down, I wanna know that I have somebody in my back pocket that I can call last minute. This contractor has a lot of equipment that we don't have too. So depending on the needs of the city, there's good synergy between the two to where we can get things done that we need to get done without paying a premium for it. So that's really why I chose this contractor. I also spoke to this contractor and said that it's possible that down the road we may consider doing some of these services in-house, and would there be a problem with that? And he does not have a problem with that. So he seemed to be really able and willing to work with us as, as a city on the contract. So that's my logic on that. So I recommend that we go with him compared to what was submitted.
Okay, so I remember when we started in 2022, we had a company that everybody said it was great, it was the best, and then there was a bid for 10,000 lower. And that time, the city manager, who wasn't Max, recommended that we stay with our usual contractor, although there's someone who bid for lower price. And when we asked why, they said, we know them, they do a great job. So it was rejected by the city council. They voted for the lower cost contractor. Then the following year, the excuse was like the new company doesn't do a great job, so we have to go back to our previous contractor because they do a great job. And it was for 60,000. Now you are coming with a new company for 126,000.
That's for 3 years.
For 3 years. Okay. So what happened with that great company that everybody complimented and we returned them after we got rid of them?
They were a little higher than the company I'm recommending. About 10,000 more.
So how do we know that these people who we haven't experienced will be great and they wouldn't be just like the one that was cheap and then we ended up firing them?
Well, I look at their employee list. The company I'm recommending has 70 full-time employees and 10 part-time, which is huge compared to what we're used to working with. So when I spoke to Chris Donald today, I told him, I said, sometimes we have a crisis, we need a lot of men and we need them here fast. That's not an issue because he does have the employees to do that. He's got standby staff ready to go, and he's used to doing work in other cities, school districts, residential. He has contracts in Hamtramck currently and around the surrounding area. He's got a very big coverage area. He's in Livonia. So, like I said, the most thing I was impressed with was the equipment list. His price seems very reasonable, and the amount of employees he has.
So I remember that company that we hired for cheaper price had more manpower, more equipment, but they ended up doing bad job. And then the compliment was for the current company that they know the city very well and they know what they do. So what happened all of a sudden that
The service has deteriorated over the course of the year. I don't want to get into, I mean, I do know some of the backdrop, but I'm not going to get into it. But frankly, we were having reliability issues.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Council.
if this is a new company, like the mayor had mentioned, we've been having issues. Why don't we start with 3 years contract and not with 1 year contract and see how they're doing?
We can always terminate, every contract we have is terminated at will. So worst case scenario, we can get
The
out.
good thing about a 3-year contract is if they perform great service, we have the
Pricing.
lock price, good pricing for 3 years.
But we always have an escape hatch.
If you are not satisfied, you can
terminate
the contract.
And we are also looking at.
But we are waiting for another sue.
What was that coming up?
They can sue us for those things?
No, we always put an escape hatch in our contract that we can terminate at our will.
Thank you.
100%. So, but as I stated too, we are looking to take this in. We are looking to take this in-house too. We're working on proposals internally, laying out the costs, seeing what it would cost us for manpower, and seeing if it's more cost effective. I suspect it will be, so I have a feeling we're gonna head that way anyway.
I thought it's part of the discussion, long time ago, we already brought some of the machineries to do in-house.
We do have various stuff. I mean, we have like chippers and things like that, but that's more of a tree service. We do have dump trucks and
We have
things.
trailers, we're pretty set on the trailers, we're set on a lot of chainsaws, weed whackers. We don't have like the lawnmowers, basically, enclosed trailers where we want.
Or the
So we can
personnel.
pull up. Because when they cut the grass, you don't want people grabbing stuff off the trailer, and then you gotta buy another one next week, so. We keep everything on.
It won't, like, if we go that route, it's not going to be a huge initial investment on equipment, because we got a lot of it. But it will be an investment, and also, it'll be mostly the manpower.
All right, any other questions?
No, sir.
What's the problem if they live only 1 year? They have some happening?
No, I talked to the owner personally today again and said this is, if something did go in-house, I just wanted to be upfront with them. I said you might take a second position with the city, to where you might follow up as a backup contractor or a touch-up if we can't handle everything, or we'll just have you do a certain task, and he has no problem doing that. He says it happens all the time with cities, they go back and forth depending on their staffing requirements and budgets and so forth, so he was fine with that.
Do the 1 year. If they look better, we're gonna continue.
Well, if he doesn't do a good job, he won't be here long.
You don't know.
If they
We
don't do
wanna
the
see.
good job, we can
We wanna
terminate
see
the
how
contract.
how they work.
And Councilman, we're really cranking down on this. I mean,
We hear that one many times for different people. We hear that one for
following-
many times, different people, beautiful. 6, 7 months, they come in very bad. I hear that one many times.
It's one of the reasons why I'd like to bring it in-house eventually if it's affordable.
Our own people, we can monitor quality control. We can't do that with companies other than follow behind them and check. So at one point, if a company's good, things happen with companies and people's lives. Things change. We can't control that.
And this company's been in business 31 years, and a lot of their employees have been with them for over 10. So I like to hear that too. The stability of the workforce with the company means a lot when it comes to quality.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman.
since two councilmen try to do the 1 year contract, just talking hypothetically, if we do the 1 year contract, what gonna happen? They might gonna say no, we're not gonna accept for 1 year. Anything, you have a discussion done like that or no? They're mandating you 3 years or?
Most of the contracts for landscape are longer if they're gonna, because a lot of companies are smaller, so the RFPs are designed for people that are gonna make an investment, so if they're gonna bid to take on a city or two, they wanna know that they're gonna have work for a few years. So a lot of times, you'll see a 1 to 3 year contract.
Go ahead.
I heard my colleague went for 1 year, but my own decision, opinion, 1 year and 3 years doesn't make the difference. If I do not like it, I can cancel it.
Yeah, we can cancel it.
We can think this it is 1 year. If we don't like it, we can cancel it after 1 year. But if it's working good, so we don't need to look for a guide.
We're gonna keep it continue every year. If they doing good, we're gonna keep it continue every year.
For 3 years, and we'd have to renew.
You know, we start 1 year, if they keep it working good, we continue.
So if we just do 1 year, that means we have to repeat the whole process over again at the end of that year, rather than if we just like them, we stay with 3 years. We have an escape clause in all of our contracts, so that if they're not working out after a year, or
Or is
a
it
few
cancel?
months at that
No,
point,
they can
we say your
cancel.
history. So it doesn't make sense to rebid it out every year.
Councilman, Mr. Chair, if I could clarify to Councilman Summer, whenever they want to cancel the contract, and that's why I'm okay with it, they can cancel within 2 months, 3 months.
People, they playing game. When they have a 3 years, they show, oh, look, I lost some people when we have a sign label like that one. See, I have it.
They play the game?
They cut for other people.
Then John gonna play the game to cancel.
Okay?
Then we go to the Facebook, so we cancel it.
Now we find
very
out,
popular on the Facebook.
we're gonna keep to find out, go to the website.
Okay.
Working 2, 3 months to find out.
All right. I remember last time you guys provided us with some pictures of how bad that new company was. You showed us some. Remember? Yeah. Well, this time I don't know what happened with the current company. I mean, we don't know, but it's up to the council to decide. I think we can just go ahead and vote.
You put him in spot long time. Yes.
Councilman Segman.
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri.
Don't forget, after 1 year.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud. Oh, Councilman Musa.
For 3 years, yes.
Yes. Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2025-49 approved.
Thank you.
And John, we're gonna build in the contract that at 1 year's time, Councilman Samiri will be checking.
Report him, not
Thank
to
you.
us.
Thank you.
I apologize, but who motioned and seconded?
I motioned and I think
Okay.
Mr. Mahmoud did. Second.
All right, so with that, we come to the end of our new business. And we move to the reports. I will start with my report. I don't have much to say. I just want to thank everyone who showed up tonight. And I wish you guys, continue to come in every meeting. This is very good to have some community engagements, especially in the election season. We need to know about the candidates and to hear from them. And this is broadcasted live, and public can watch it and know more about you as a candidate. I think today the list was finalized for the candidates for the mayor and city council. There's too many people, which is good. I mean, over the next 3 days, maybe some will drop out and some will continue. And we would like to thank all of them for taking the initiative to step up and run for a city council or a mayor, and to serve the public. It's going to be a hard task, but hard mission. But we really thank you all, and we'll be there for you. We'll help you to succeed in your job. I was last Monday, not yesterday, the previous Monday, in Washington D.C. I had some meetings. Some are, mostly private meeting in the White House, and I advocated for Hamtramck. I asked for funds for Hamtramck and a lot of stuff, and hopefully it's gonna go through a process. Hopefully we'll get something. So for you to know that even though I'm leaving, I did not forget about Hamtramck, and it's still, the interest of the people here is still my priority. So inshallah, we'll hear some good news for Hamtramck, and I hope this election season will go well, and with many candidates, that means we expect more people to go out and vote. The turnout should be high, and that's something that we hope for. With that, I appreciate the community engagement, whether it's here or on the social media, and I call that we should make it a positive engagement, and we should respect each other, appreciate each other. When we criticize each other, make it positive, constructive criticism. At the end, we all here to serve, and we are here to make a positive impact on our community. We are not here to destroy each other, and I hope that we communicate with each other, because sometimes on Facebook, when you don't see the facial impression, you will read things negatively. But if you are talking to someone face to face, you will see that things are not as bad as it looks on the social media. So I ask everyone to refrain from any negative communication, and I hope that we can all get together and clear the air. And I thank everyone. Let's start a new page and continue to work together as a team. And with that, I finished my report, and I call the Mayor Pro Tem to start his report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Nothing much. I just want to thank everybody who showed up here tonight. It's good to see a lot of community residents. that come here for our city council. So, nice seeing you guys. You guys have a good night and be safe.
Thank you. City council report, if any.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman.
so call for prayer. There was not the only one Muslim council member was here that time. So rest of them, others, not non-Muslim. And one of the religious leader came from the Poland that time to advocate to have the call for prayer because of sounds good, very, very nice, and religious freedom. So it was approved by all the boards. So, and call for prayer is there, it will be there, no question. Per request, we have done some Holbrook Street, put the restriction to the volume in the midnight, in the morning, we can reconsider for that kinds of stuff. And I just want to let everybody know, no matter what, it will be there, call for prayer. And of course, we worry about other residents' disturbance, like a sound ordinance, and we follow that, and like other events. Second, appreciate to the people running for council and mayor. Leadership need to change sometimes, then we can see the difference. There is a lots of young generation not coming. Now they start coming as the good thing. This position compared to the other cities, financially, as a councilman, how much we get, you guys know very well. We looks like 100% volunteer. After this council meeting, we might go outside and gonna hear what's happened, that warning, what's happened this, we have to do after this also, lots of time expend to the residents. It's not the one like, I came here and doing whatever I want to do, and we have to answer lots of questions outside too. Like Mr. Mayor said, he compared to his salary 2 years before than last year, he say he lost $40,000 because of doing the almost volunteer service to the city of Hamtramck.
40,000 a year.
Yeah, 40,000 a year. So we take lots of pressure outside. So that's why I said congratulations to the new candidates coming and taking the challenge. And then maybe what I been doing 17 years, and maybe you come, you say, well, I want to do defense. And maybe it's really good things. So then people can get benefited. So that's all I have. And Mr. Mayor, if you have a third meeting in Washington, we want a please clear answer from Mr. President, $50 million for Hamtramck City, what you request last week.
Yes.
And thanks for your, well, step by step. Well, first time get a 50 million, go to Kuwait, come back vacation, get another something. We'll take it. Thanks for your advocating power.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thanks for your all the patience. How all those hater attacked you took that one as a professionally. What I didn't took it. So
Thank you, Councilman.
Because I was 17 years taking, maybe this year I get tired of that. But you only did the 3 years or 4 years.
And I
Thank
got
you.
tired of it.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Councilman. I appreciate that. I'll tell you the amount of money I asked for Hamtramck made everybody laugh when I asked for it. They said, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, we need that much money," and I give them, what we need it for and why. I justified everything. So, and I left some documents there for them to follow up. So hopefully we will get something. I will not stop advocating and asking, even if I'm overseas. So,
I think he was responding me my call from the inside the White House. That's the good thing.
sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now, I think we move back to the second round of public comment.
Oh, this is council. Still some more council members.
Who? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we are done. Okay, go ahead, Councilman Bumosa.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, audience, police chief, city manager, attorneys, and everybody, Rana also. Thank you the people who come in and join with us this evening. It is almost 1.5 hours. I'd like to touch something, discussion to request of Bosnian language.
Excuse me.
It is,
Sorry, that's not.
when I read this thing, it is my emotional. I told you before, in Bangladesh and Bengali language, people of Bangladesh, they sacrifice their life for the language. So this is the things you try to bring it to us, and we get some collective information from Rana, how many people, how many percent is there. If it is very easy, I can tell them, approve it right away. But it is a lot of work to do, but I have a full of respect the people of Bosnia and all the people who speak different language. Secondly, the young lady came in, she discussed about the call of prayer. I respect her, but the way her attitude, her body language, I cannot take it personally. It is freedom of speech. You can come into freedom of speech, but your freedom cannot disrespect my opinion or my standing. So I suggest police city manager, she has a question, check her out. All the volume level is same. Sometimes maybe we made a mistake, but we want a whole city going to be quiet and each other compromise and nicely going to move from there.
Councilman, anytime a member asks, I reach out to whichever mosque there's a problem with, and they're always more than happy to accommodate.
And the people, I had some list. I congratulate all the people who was trying to participate in the election. Let's bloom 1,000 flowers. We pick the best people of Hamtramck, they choose the best one who can serve the community. We are participator, we do our best. In the last 12 years, I was in the council, good or bad, I try my best for my ability to serve the community. People judge me. If I do something right, if somebody has a better idea, sure, it will do. But please, don't make stepping each other back. Make the whole city bad. If something personal, if something we can sit down each other, personally solve this issue, please go this road. If you put in the Facebook, whole nation, whole world gonna see how bad or how good we are. I hope everybody understands we are adult. We know how to solve the issue. We know how to react the issue. We know how to face the issue. I hope we put in our mind Hamtramck first. Thank you very much to give me the first opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilman. Anyone else?
Yes.
Yes, Councilman Sumaili, go ahead.
Thank you for everyone come today, all my community. I am happy to see everyone over there. I got a question for the city manager. Please, city manager, please you have to follow in all the construction every year. The construction when they did the alley, don't wait for September or October. Now April is gone. May is coming last 1 week. We need to start working for the alley. This is separate company. It's not same company when they're working in the road. Why they hiding in the money over there? And another thing, please, every employees in the city, we have to respect the time. Everyone, they spend money for the time. We don't need people come late. I come every day in the morning. We know the people who came in the morning. We know the people they came late. We know the people they don't care about the city. I spend money over there. We need people to respect the time. Another thing, please, we don't need a lot of confuse for the community. People, they have some issue. make a ticket is not from him, for different neighbor. Following the people working all right. 10 years ago, you didn't have someone to make the address in the alley. How they find out the person they have some violation? 10, 20 years. One person they working, they get some issue, violation for the half street, they know what's the address. They didn't have the address in the back in the alley. Now they have many reasons to do the violation for no reason. Because some people is new. People they working 1 month, he left. Come another people, we have training 2 years. Make headache for the resident. We need to stop this headache.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, all the contracts that have been issued out, I believe, for the alleys at this point, correct me if I'm wrong, John, but we've done all that, so we're just waiting for them to start. The frost laws, when did they come off?
Most, they're probably pretty much off now. They
Yeah, so,
generally get lifted, but some of the plants are just gearing up, so.
yeah, it's just warming up, so, I mean, this is now the time. So, but everything's already settled and ready to roll, we're just waiting for them to start.
All right, thank you, Councilman, thank you, everyone. And now we move back to the second round of public comment, please.
Is Abraham James still here? No. Ahmed Shara?
It's gonna be 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Can I
Well,
have extra
a
one,
minute and
please?
50 seconds now.
Can I have extra one?
Ask the mayor.
Okay, please. The second thing, I want everybody to know, not to challenge. I am an official human rights activist. I'm not here to prove for anyone. So from that stage, I receive a comment from who's going to be a candidate running for the seat on the city council. He just left. And I hope everybody has a courage in here, come and speak as they speak in Facebook against Jamil Al-Tahiri as a resident, not a chief of police. Somebody make a comment, I'm not gonna read it, I'm not gonna make it personal, saying he has no right to introduce. I'm not gonna say a name also. Okay, and this is even the mayor, he has no right. I need the attorney here, not now, but to clear that for me. I've done my research that the law of United States, Michigan, called Hatch Act, Code 150, give the fully rights for a chief of police, a mayor, to act the way he wants to, support by name, by act, except for 2 things: not funding, not using the city sources. From here, me following the chief, and as well you, Dr. Amir, that you were acting personal opinion. I'm not here to giving you that right. That was your right. Actually, strongly you take it from the United States Constitution rights. إلى كل الإخوة اليمنيين والعرب، أتمنى أن لديكم الشجاعة الكاملة من غير أسماء وهمية ومن غير همز أو لمس، بأنكم تتعرضون سواء للدكتور أمير غالب أو للمواطن جميل الطاهري، وتوجهون لهم أوامر خارجة عن نطاق القانون الأمريكي وتعودون إلى العهود الغابرة في الجزيرة العربية. هذه أمريكا ولهم الحق بأن يتصرفوا كيفما شاءوا طالما وهم لا يستخدمون الموارد الحكومية. وأتمنى كما قلت يعني عندكم هذا القوة بأن تتكلموا من خلف الكيبورد، تعالوا هنا وتكلموا كما نتكلم. Thank you, Chief, for that hell job that you've been done for the 8 months maybe. In one day that you allowed me, as you know, when we do the Citizen Academy. Okay, can I?
Thank you.
All right. Well, can I thank him? Sorry, I was going to go to the mural.
Well, you got 10 seconds to do whatever you want.
Just look at it.
But still look at the mayor.
But anyway, Mayor and Amir Ghalib and Chief Al-Tahiri, thank you very much. Support whoever you feel to support. Thank you.
Thank you, all set.
Bye-bye.
Imam Arif,
Yes,
2 minutes.
thank you. Honorable Mayor and council members, thank you for wonderful job that you're doing. I really appreciate you looking those construction roads replacing and thank you, Manager Max for organizing all of those great jobs. Thank you, Rana, for your job too. Well, we forgetting to thank you. Chief, you're doing a really great job, and this is, as I see that you have among yourself some disturbances, I would like to invite you all together for a cup of coffee, break bread together, along with Manager Max, Police Chief Rana, and have a Greg Kirshner with us, media guy, without discussion of problems, but just make a friendly meeting, have a coffee, break bread together, and that we move forward. So you are the party who governing this city, who leading this city, and those young generations looking at you. So it's nice to see this young man that he can congratulate the chief for his good job. So youth looking at you, and this is youth's city. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Basil English to add that. Bella, thank you, Cousin Musa. Thank you, excuse me, first of all, Mayor, for agreeing to make that happen. Thanks every one of you. So, brothers and sisters, I'm a spiritual counselor and 27 years working in training voluntarily, and I'm the one who created the project for Call to Prayer along with my team that we all been involved here, all churches, all mosques. So Call to Prayer has been here, mandated and let it be, so, and that will be actually. So I know that some people have a disagreements, but let them learn how that is and what better is for our people. Thank you.
Thank you. Record.
Good evening again. Well, let's shift gears and mention something else. May 28th of last year, we had the resolution that called for boycott, divestment, sanction of the state of Israel. In the 1 year that it has almost elapsed since that had occurred, we accomplished a lot through that. We made international news. There's actually a Times of India article has a link to me speaking before City Council and the other public commentary people. It also appeared in London, okay? What has happened is, Jack Lew, who was a U.S. ambassador to Israel, said that the Democratic Party's split over Gaza was a factor in the Democrats losing the election in November, which is great. Problem we have now, Mike Huckabee just got appointed ambassador to Israel, and he's actually encouraging the Israeli government not to allow aid shipments for food into Gaza while children are starving to death. Okay? I would behoove everybody here to start lobbying the White House and Donald Trump and his administration and the people of the State Department to go forward and to ameliorate the condition in Gaza right now, because people are dying and continuing to die on a regular basis, based on starvation, based on murder, based on other atrocities committed against the Gazan people. We cannot rest on our laurels back what we did last May. We have to continue further, and I encourage us to go forward and continue to lobby our government representatives to end the siege of Gaza. Thank you.
Thank you. Hasanon?
Oh my God, I'm not gonna hit the table this time, she's gone. She's gone.
2 minutes.
Just wanted to tell everybody I apologize for hitting the table, you know. This lady irritated me when she wants to sit there and speak about, you know, my people, because my dad came in '74. Back then, people used to discriminate against us. Now, all of a sudden, in 2025, we get one person to discriminate because she's atheist. But, you know, that's something that should be addressed. You want to be atheist, be atheist by yourself. But Max, you have to sit there. You have a problem, don't you know? She calls you, just call the mosque or do something, because she comes over here and then other people get irritated. You know, this is like there's 100 people in here, and she just disrespected all of us like we're shit. It's uncalled for. I have spoken about when people want to sit there and say they want to sit there and come over here for the Christians. I speak about that. I speak about all religions. I'm not going to let nobody disrespect any religion. That's something I'm not going to do. And when she's atheist, she don't believe in nothing, she can believe in Iraq for all I care. It's not my problem. But, you know, I'm not going to mention the guy's name, you know. I'm not going to sit there and put him out here. He's a good friend of mine, but, you know, chief of police is a red line, just to inform everybody. Because I got my social media, and I don't care. You know, I go on social media and I start 7,000, 10,000 people watch. I can promote it, make it 50,000, 100,000. You can get all the way to Yemen. You know, it all depends. You can get anywhere. Chief of police, the mayor of Hamtramck is off limits. Brother Mohammed, me and him, you know, we made amends because he had a heart attack. I called him. I just wanted to tell everybody. So Brother Mohammed is off the hook. Isn't that right, brother?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Hold on, what do you mean? I got an extra minute. Yeah. Brother Mohammed, what do you mean? I wanted to go to the hospital, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I talked to him, we made amends. And then I make friends with one person, then I'm fighting with the other person.
No,
Yeah, you know.
Mayor, please.
I'm talking to Mohammed. It's okay. Brother Mohammed's all right. He's good. Just please, guys, you know, just the chief of police, he's doing a great job. He lives in Hamtramck. You know, he's not a pushover. If you're gonna tell him to do this and do that, he's not going to do it. Just get along with him. He's a great guy. For me to sit there as me that don't like the police, stick up for the police, there's a problem here, especially the chief. Because I don't get along with no chief of police. No, not Dearborn Heights, yeah, but over here, he's solid, you know. He's like a rock. You know,
No hitting on the table. Your time is up.
Excuse me, I'm talking to the chair.
3 minutes is up.
All right.
All set. That's all for public comments, Mayor.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for coming tonight. We will have a closed session, so you guys have a good rest of the night, and we will see you next meeting, hopefully, if I'm here.
Please mingle outside of the room so we can start the closed session, please.
Yes, I do.
Do you have a card? I would like to call you and come in and talk to you.
Okay. No water anywhere. Okay. No water in council room, no water here.
You have hours here?
That's okay.
No, if you need me, I give you my phone number. If you need me,